Hi, I'm Rutger and you're watching We Rave You TV. Hi, well, I'm Rutger and you might have seen my logo upon some photos. Recently, or not so recently, I've been a photographer in the dance music scene for about 20 years. I'm in-house photographer for Tomorrowland, for Ultra Worldwide. I've toured with Hardwell or Armin or Dimia Mike. I've always been an electronic music lover. Like back in the days, you had Axel F, you had Kraftwerk. So when dance music started, like late 80s, I was obviously taken away by it, but never thought I would make a living out of it. I was big in skateboarding and snowboarding, and I loved taking photos of that. So when I finished my studies, which was really boring, I figured I'm going to give it a try to see if I can live out of photography. And a friend of mine, he had a snowboard magazine that I really wanted to work for, but he also had a music magazine that I kind of had to take as well. And one thing led to the other, that the music got a little bit out of hand, and I'm not doing much snowboarding anymore. There weren't that many photographers back then, and I got sucked up by it. I just was there at the right time, and I started working for ID&T, became their in-house photographer, and slowly but surely things just got bigger and bigger. And nowadays it's all global. I mean, since 2012, maybe 2011, it's exploded worldwide, and I've been lucky to catch that wave. You got the access. I mean, you really can go on stage and get really close to DJs, and you're part of it, because EDM or dance music in general is very image-based. So there's a lot of emphasis on images, and so there's more opportunity to work with them, because any organizer needs good photos. You pick up that energy and you thrive on it. You live off the energy that's of that crowd, and that makes it just incredible. I think I would not want to work anywhere else right now. It's like a dream come true. For me personally, it's not one photo. For me, it's if you see like 20 or 30 photos from a night I've shot, that you gotta feel like you wanted to be there. Like, oh, if you haven't been there, oh man, I missed out, I should have been there. Or if you've been there, like, oh yes, this is what the night was about. I had this beautiful photo of Deadmau5 in Singapore about a month ago, and you just see his eyes. You know, the mask has the eyes and they're lit up, and it's a black photo, and there's just these two eyes that pop out. That's a photo that I love, but nobody understands that stuff. Like 3 years ago, two good friends of mine had the idea separately of each other, you know, why don't you start a book? You have so many photos. And it was in my head because I knew the 20 years mark was approaching, and within that month we each spoke to each other individually, not knowing it, and we talked about making a book. And I figured, you know, I don't believe in signs, but if there was any big sign, that was it. It was just such a coincidence. So we sat down and we literally wrote on a napkin what we wanted to do, and we did it. It was an amazing project. We started out with I would say about 35,000 digital images. That was pre-selections. That was the best of the past. That was best of the past 15 years. Plus I had a lot of slides and stuff like that. So we started out with this insane amount of images, and we just cut them down until we had something to work with. And then it just happened. We had this massive 2.5 kilo book. It's like, and it's just a trip down time. It's not a story about the dance music, it's a story about my travels. And I've had an amazing journey through the dance music scene because I was there early. I was lucky to be there, and I was lucky to be Dutch. And then it just exploded worldwide. And that story we thought was interesting, and it apparently was, because we sold like amazing amount of books, and we're still selling them. And it's just, and people everywhere come up to me, like anywhere on the planet, and I got your book. People bring the book to dance parties to have me sign it. It's just incredible. And then the whole thing starts again in May and won't end till October. So it's always a busy year, and I always kind of know a year ahead what I'm gonna do. But this year I definitely want to focus a little bit more on artist touring, because there's a lot of creativity that goes in it, and It's nice to do something different than just the big festivals. But next summer is going to be insane, absolutely insane. But it's going to be fun, that's for sure.